Hi. Hi, good morning. Just a big old baby. Good morning, everybody, from the craft room. At the moment, I'm trying to rework a new pattern or a new design that I created last week. Now, I feel like something I don't see a lot of designers talking about is just the fact that we start so many designs and so many ideas and they're constantly being reworked. Me having taken a break from crochet for like almost a month, I had a lot of excitement jumping back into a new design that I've been saving and putting off since like October. I was a little bit disappointed because I had all of this excitement and all of this hype and motivation to create this new pattern. And granted, it's not bad. I actually really like how this turned out, but there were just a few things that I wish I had done differently. I feel like as a designer, I wish and I hope that, the first time I attempt a new design, I'm gonna hit it on the mark, no mistakes. I'm just gonna get it done and then I can go into writing the pattern version. But unfortunately for me, my own experience is that I mess up a lot and I'm constantly rewriting and redrafting. I don't hate it. I really like the little design that I have going on right now, but I think I wish I had used a thicker yarn. So I originally created this first draft using a sport weight fiber. I like having the nylon in there for the sport weight. So this is what I drafted up. So as you can see, I've got a little bit of like this keyhole, meshy, lacy design right here. And then I have some neckline shaping right there, as well as some like armhole shapings. So this is what it's supposed to look like. If you guys couldn't tell, it's supposed to be like a halter top. What I want to do is like lace up the center right here with like a few ties. And then I need to connect this edge to like a back panel. So I really like the shaping that I have. I feel like this fits me perfectly. The shining moment is the colorway, but look how gorgeous these colors are. I'm so over the moon with this color palette. I really, really love it. A little bit more like brighter seafoam greens. So I'm going back to the drawing board today. I think I'm gonna head out of the house for a little bit because now I am rewriting and redrafting the pattern with DK weight fiber. And at the moment, I'm actually really liking how this is working up. Just a slightly thicker fiber. So this one is really fun as well. Kind of give me like springy summer vibes. Obviously we have a lot of like lilac, very soft purple, but then I have these like fluorescent bright pink and orange and yellow speckles. This is what it's looking like at the moment. Oh, look at those little pops of color. Now, I don't typically leave my house every single day to get work done, but today is one of those days. I packed up my bag. We're going to be editing at a coffee shop. Duh, of course. Yeah, I'm just eating some yogurt in the car. take a moment and thank Crafty for sponsoring today's video. Crafty is an amazing online community for DIYers, crafters, and makers of all kinds for you to advance your skills and find yourself a new little hobby. They have over 2,000 classes and topics like knitting, crocheting, weaving, sewing, jewelry making, woodworking. I could go on and on, but they have so much more. Crafty classes include step-by-step instruction, and they also offer downloadable resources such as patterns to make learning a breeze. I fell in love with this freeform crochet pattern, which of course is available for download on their site. Learning how to freeform crochet can be a little bit daunting, but Myra Wood offers not only the written pattern, but a full instructional video to help you master this technique. If you're interested in checking them out, the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link down below in the description will get 3 months of premium membership to Crafty for only $1.49. Feel free to check out Crafty and let me know down below in the comments what projects, patterns, or even videos you guys are interested in watching and learning from. Ordered some more bare yarn because certain selections were getting a little bit low, so we're gonna restock. We're gonna restock a little bit of the yarn shelf going on here, and I also have some very super exciting news. A new baggie of the 50/50 cotton merino. I already dug into this for previous orders. I've also already dug into this new baggie of fingering. This is just the 100% super wash, and I think it goes right here. Now for the fun little update, because I decided to expand and add on a new base. So this new base fiber content is 50/50 silk and superwash merino. Decided to pick it up in a DK weight and a sport weight. So hopefully this will be up into the shop relatively soon. And now I need to find a new spot, a new home for these. We're running out of room really fast. So I've been working on this halter top pattern now for 3 days straight, and this is my 3rd draft of the pattern, and I think I finally got it right. Okay, she doesn't look like much right now because I'm just holding her up, but let me tell you guys, trying to shape the cups and everything was a little bit more difficult than I was planning on. I didn't want to just do like basic decreases and have it be like super triangular, because if you guys know, I don't really like the look of like triangle cups. I like things that have a little bit more shape and like fitting to it. So we're going with like a little bit wider of a strap here. So stinking cute. I absolutely love this colorway for the pattern. So I'm so excited to say that I'm on the last portion of taking photos for the pattern. So I'm just gonna add on a few like rows to the back side here, just for extra added support. And then after that, all that's left is crocheting like the little rows that we can add on to like the front part of the top. Anyways, this is as good as it's gonna get. This is what the top is looking like. So stinking cute. So I'm gonna finish her up. Okay, so I have a little update. I finished the halter top. What do we think? What do we think? She's so cute. As I mentioned earlier, I had like 3 or 4 drafts of this top, and finally I got it to fit me just right. I have the right amount of shaping and I freaking love it. It came out so much cuter than I was planning on. So yeah, we have the little halter action, a little tie strap for the back. And then as for the front, I have like 2 different options the way that I wrote the pattern. So obviously there's like a super cute little crochet flower here at the center, and So cute. So you could have the flower there, or I figured some of you guys probably wouldn't want the flower, so you could also use the flower and lace it up on your neck for a necklace, which I also included into the pattern. So it's kind of like a little flower choker, but you could have like a little matching set. I personally love the little flower at the center, but yeah, I do have like a little tie option here at the front, so possibilities are endless. Okay, they're not really endless. There's 2 options. Now, the really fun thing that I did with the top too is I added some extra support on the back side. My issue with halter tops, especially if they're like handmade, is that you do get like a lot of slippage. You know, your titi is gonna come out the side. You're gonna get that little side boob action. So I decided to go in and I added some extra rows on the back side to kind of cover up this huge section that wasn't there before, because normally the top ends right here. And then I also added some like shaping on the edges of the halter top so that it's kind of cupping you and hugging you perfectly instead of like you're just like falling out everywhere. This is so cute. I actually really love it. And the fact that I made this with my own hand-dyed yarn, I'm riding on a high right now, because for me as a designer and an indie dyer, creativity doesn't get better than this for me. Like writing my own pattern and using my own hand-dyed yarn. So yeah, this is like quick little fit that I put on for photos. I just decided to pair it with this really long flowy maxi skirt because I'm kind of trying to channel that, you know, feminine body, feminine energy. Here's the little top. Let's bring you guys in super close. Look at this. Look at my design. It turned out so much better. Ooh, look at this. So cute and perfect for summer. So I thought I'd come back on camera and close out the video with the final reveal of my Avatar: The Last Airbender yarn advent project. So this is what I created. This is what she looks like. First and foremost, I did use a pattern by Darlin Jador over on Etsy. This, I believe, is called the Classic Tee. Of course, she is a knit. For my first ever yarn advent project, I really wanted to test out my knitting skills and kind of put them to the test. This is what the Classic Tee looks like. As you can see, I have 14 different colorways going on here. For my first ever advent project, I really wanted to go like above and beyond. So of course, all of these colorways are based off of the Avatar: The Last Airbender animation series. And we just have a bunch of different earth tones. Most of these honestly are like pastel colors, but then my favorite part is when we transition into more of the deeper, more saturated, just more vibrant colors. I mean, these pastels just, as you can also probably tell, I haven't weaved in any of my ends yet, and I haven't blocked her. And clearly this top does need some blocking, because if you guys can see, my sleeves are pretty, they don't really have a shape. They look a little bit funky. So we need to get her into her final form, but I thought it was kind of worth it to just show you guys what I've been working on and how this project went. So with this Classic Tee, we have kind of a standard ribbed knit up at the neckline, those basic raglan increases, and then I decided to go for a cropped length just because, me being a 5'0" girly, if a top is too long, it makes my torso look, it looks a little bit funky, so I figured the cropped length would be a little bit more flattering on my body shape. In the pattern, they actually called for a longer length sleeve, but as you can tell, I am very much so a short sleeve girly, if not like a cap sleeve. I really like to show off my arms. So when it came to the sleeves, I really only worked like a few rows, but this is actually my favorite colorway from the entire advent. This one right here is Secret Tunnel. Another thing that I didn't realize when I first picked this pattern for the advent is that this calls for German short rows. Whenever I see a pattern with German short rows, I immediately like click away. I'm like, I can't, my brain can't compute. I'm not ready to learn this. But then after paying for the pattern and starting the project, I had to see it through. So it's kind of hard to see, but with German short rows, it does involve having less rows here along the front side and then longer rows along your back. And then the front side right here, can you guys kind of see like that rectangular shape taking form right here? that is what the German short row looks like. And honestly, as a beginner starting to transition into maybe like intermediate knitting, it wasn't that difficult. I watched like one YouTube video and I kind of picked it up. So I might as well throw her on to show you guys what she's looking like, because I mean, what kind of reveal would it be if I didn't show you guys the final form? So this is my Advent tee and it fits me so well. And now I'm kind of even debating blocking the whole thing. I might just wet the sleeves and this bottom ribbed band and block this portion, because the rest of it, I feel like it looks immaculate. Like I have no complaints. Another thing that's really fun with this top is the fact that you can kind of see my progress evolving over time. The few amount of knit projects that I've created, I thought I was working my increases correctly. And then when it came to working this top, I quickly realized that wasn't the case. So if I kind of bring you guys in super close to show you my initial increases, very, very messy, a lot of holes going on. It doesn't look clean. And then somewhere along like the middle of my raglan, it clicked. And then I actually realized what I was doing wrong. So I kind of figured out that I was inserting my hook into the wrong angle of the stitch instead of the correct way. And check out these increases. They look so professional, so stinking clean. Honestly, during the live streams, I had a few people ask if I was going to frog this top and start over, just because my increases looked really nasty. They didn't look to their best ability, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to just leave it as is, because this in itself is an art form. This is like an art piece, and it's kind of cool that you can literally see like my brain clicking and my skills learning and evolving. Tell me your thoughts down below. Be for real, but also don't hurt my feelings. I've also had a handful of DMs and emails from people saying that they were really sad that they missed out on the Advent pre-orders, because I only opened this up way back in December and it was like a one-time thing. So I thought I'd let you guys know firsthand, straight from the horse's mouth. I will be opening up pre-orders one time on the top 3 most voted colorways. If you guys head over to Instagram and follow me there, very, very soon here, I will be opening up a voting poll for you guys to cast your votes on your top 3 favorite colorways, and whatever the majority vote is, I will be opening up pre-orders just this one time for you guys to get your hands on full 100-gram hanks. Those colorways will be available in all of the bases that I carry in my shop, so make sure that you guys keep an eye out on my next videos. And like I said, go follow me on Instagram, because I don't want you guys to be sad if you miss the pre-order. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I love you guys. Bye.